All right. So interesting information that I just saw. Are you plugged into to Inman News?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I just saw this morning on Inman, just talking about amid discrimination lawsuits, agents criticize Redfin pricing policies. I don't know if you got a chance to check out this article at all.
I have not.
One of the things that the article was talking about was just how Redfin, the CEO of Redfin saying that their business model is not conducive to serving low-end homes. So they do like a rebate type thing.
Okay.
And so what the article was saying was that some of their rebates in white suburban areas, they went down to $250,000 and gave a rebate, but in urban areas they weren't giving rebates for properties below $700,000. Which of course excludes a lot of different people from different communities.
Sure.
And you and I both service all of Maryland, all price points, right? We've earned the luxury designations,
Sure.
but of course you can't survive in Maryland just being a luxury practitioner by itself. You need to service all markets, and for me, luxury's always been a level of service that's never been based on a price point.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Agreed.
So that was an interesting article. And again, if you want to see this article, if you go to raceandrealestate.com, it's actually the first article that comes up, and definitely encourage. It's all hyperlinked, so just click on the article, it'll open up. And so what we're on, Eric, right now is just the Race and Real Estate website, just kind of going through some of the things that people can see there. The Black Tax, that's an interview with Sean Rochester. Definitely encourage people to check that out. It's based on the cost of being a black American in America, for sure. And then this, ooh, boy. Brother, I was doing some research, man, and there's one video on there, and this is back in Chestertown in the 18th century.
Oh, wow.
And if you see, there's a little white boy there holding what appears to be a whip with a little black boy, learning mastery at a young age. But then this is the Baltimore tries drastic plan of race segregation. This is the article I was referencing. This is the brother that actually bought the property in 1834. McCullough. I actually drove by it today because I just wanted to see
it, right.
I mean, we've driven by it a zillion times. I might have even been in it because I know I sold a couple of properties on McCullough over the years, but I just wanted to go check it out and see it for myself. But this is that article there, and again, it's at raceandrealestate.com. Definitely encourage anybody to check that out. It's hyperlinked, so you can read the entire article.
How did you feel when you stopped by that property?
It was interesting because in reading that article that was written in 1910, it was talking about how once the Brother McMecken moved in, and he's an attorney. He's an attorney. Once he moved in, people started like breaking the windows and shooting a brick up 3 stories to crash into one of their skylights. But they were saying that it was neighborhood young boys that did that. You know what I mean? It's like, what neighborhood boy could toss a rock all the way up 3 stories and hit the skylight, right? There has to be another way that had been done. But this was one of the things that I read. Mayor Barry Mahal of Baltimore said the reasons leading up to this so-called segregation ordinance have been going on in the city of Baltimore for the past 10 years. Indeed, I may say that they date much beyond that, since the first Negro began to have the desire to push up into the neighborhood of white residents. And again, this was written in 1910. This is part of a New York Times article. And long before he had financial ability to do so. How far back that goes, no one can tell, but it's clear that one of the first desires of a Negro after he acquires money and property is to leave his less fortunate brethren and nose into the neighborhood of white people. This was the mayor of Baltimore in 1910. Explaining why he and the city council came up with the ordinance. But it started based on an African-American purchasing a home at 1834 McCullough.
History matters.
Yeah, history matters. It
History
does. And so there's a couple of other quotes. I won't read each one. So it was painful to read. It really was painful to read.